right, still saying we're offline.
Make sure you put a public.
There you go. There you go. It's public. This time it is public. I wasn't that dumb to make that mistake again. But anyway, we're live. We're back again. I'm Mr. Anderson, and with me is
Xinksly, how you
Miss.
guys doing?
I'm about to call you Mr. Xinksly. I'm the only Mister here. But yeah, so we were just talking a little bit before stream about Fire Force and Doctor Stone. Um, and it looks like Mr. Ink, he didn't watch episode 3 of Fire Force.
Yeah.
Oh, sadness.
Yes.
What happened?
I totally forgot it came out yesterday. I thought it came out today.
I keep checking VRV because I watch it on VRV through Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
And I just saw episode 3 came up, and then I saw Doctor Stone episode 4 came up as well. But no JoJo. When's JoJo supposed to hit?
I don't know. Like I said with that article last week we talked about, they said we'll air at a later time.
Yeah. Yeah.
They didn't give an exact date, which really does suck. I think they should just roll the 2 episodes out.
Yeah, they should. I mean, I'm hoping they already have it done, unless they're waiting for a specific time where they think they're going to catch more watchers or something like that. I don't get it. But speaking of JoJo, so remember last week I said that there was an image of in the opening sequence of JoJo where
Yeah.
Diavolo had blonde hair.
Yes.
You want to see that image? I have it.
Yeah.
I have
Do
the
you?
image. Yes. Do you have YouTube up yet?
Yeah, I'm about to pull up your channel actually.
Okay, yeah. Go there. Go to the stream, and then I will pop that image up for you. In no way is this image doctored or, you know, you know, you know, edited in any way to fit my narrative. I just want to make that perfectly clear. Let me know when you're ready, Ink. But
Okay, I'm ready.
you ready? All right. So here it is. All right. Um, Let me make sure. Is it not showing?
Well, I don't know. I think I'm a couple. There we go. Yeah, it shows now. Okay.
It's showing. Okay, there you go. There you go. See, there you go. Right there. See, Diavolo,
Yeah.
blonde
Yeah.
hair.
It does.
It definitely
It does.
not edited. I didn't go into paint and change his hair color at all.
I don't think you could anyway. But
Um,
like,
yeah, I mean, not edited at all. Guys, it's edited. It didn't really happen.
I mean, you did a really good job if it was though. But no.
It was. It is edited. Yeah, I made a mistake. I don't know where I saw it. Maybe Giorno's beautiful blonde hair got in the way, but I swear I saw it. But I just want to put it out. That's not the original image.
You can't find it though.
No. Well, you know what? I might have mistaken it.
He actually has this. Is this He actually has the same color of the eyes. I don't think you touched those as Giorno. Is that the?
That's the same colors. Yeah, same colors. Now, I wanted to touch on something else. I think we're being misled. I think our general assumption between each other is that Diavolo is Dio.
Yeah.
What if it's not? Because I understand that we think because Diavolo, it's Diavolo.
It's pretty close to Dio.
It's pretty close, but what if it's not actual? Like, it's not actually Dio.
Then, I mean, it's got to be somebody, right?
Yeah, I mean,
But
I'm just
it's
saying,
not.
like, I think, because, um,
I still think it has to do something with. I don't think they would have brought up Dio
mhm.
with Giorno in the beginning if it wasn't something to do with Dio.
I mean, think about it. Like, if that is Dio, that's an epic fight. Like, he's killing his own dad.
Yeah.
That's friggin' sweet. Like, I mean, that's like the epic like ending to the season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of sad, but you know. But what do you want to talk about first? Do you want to talk about Doctor Stone? Do you want to talk about Fire Force? Which one do you want to talk
Well,
about?
like I said, we can't really talk much about JoJo right now just because of its little hiatus.
Yeah, it's pissed out. Though I do want the pair of those shoes. The Gia. The
Oh
Gia.
no, I
Yeah.
see. Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
want those
those
shoes.
they're nice.
Yeah.
I'm not even crazy about shoes, but they're nice. I want
The
those.
Baki, the Bucciardi or Bacchiardi ones are definitely nicer than the Giorno ones because they have like the zippers all over them.
Mm.
They're sweet, dude. But anyway, yeah. Which one do you talk about first?
Dr. Stone, how did you feel about the?
Oh, Doctor Stone. Dr. Stone.
What do you
No.
think about Senku and all that?
I really, really, really enjoy Dr. Stone to the max. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that it is quite possibly the best anime out right now, and I'm happy that you pointed it out to me. Um, Now, when I originally looked at it, I got like this big Yu-Gi-Oh vibe off of it.
Yeah,
Simply because like the characters are like I said,
his hair is like all up and yeah.
you know what? How come no one ever says anything? Like in the beginning scene, he's standing there in between all these classmates, and he sticks out like a sore thumb. Like, come on, look at him.
Of course, yeah. Compared to like all the, niche Japanese people like that always look the same.
Yeah, my thing is too. I wrote down a few questions about it. About like the markings on their face, like the cracks on their face and everything like that. But they answered it right away in episode 3 that I just watched. But my general feeling, I love the OVA, the opening sequence, awesome.
Oh, yeah. Very good song.
Yeah, and it sort of gives me like a Naked and Afraid kind of vibe. I don't know if you've ever seen that show.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, but the overall feel of it just makes me want to watch it more and more because I like watching those kinds of shows where they have to figure out how to survive in the wilderness and an unknown environment. And that's why I'm really enjoying it because Senku, like, I thought he was going to be a complete like bastard, like bad guy.
He looks like it though.
Yeah, he
With his
does.
eyes and everything, yeah.
He's got like the shark eyes, but the new guy they woke up, I can't even pronounce his name. I'm not going to try it.
Nice.
He turns out to be. It seems like he's a little bit of a dickhead.
Yeah, he feels like an elitist. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to be that way. I thought maybe he was going to be like I thought Senku, or I'm going to call him Doctor Stone because I'm guessing that's who they named it after.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be like the elitist. I'm going to kill I'm going to kill everybody. I'm only going to wake up the people I want to wake up. And and the other guy, the other two were sort of going to like slowly figure out that he was an asshole, but it's complete other way around.
Yeah, and he's actually for his friends and everything.
Yeah.
And the other guy's not. And how did you feel about when what's his name? The main villain just punched the guy's head off the stone that the guy was.
Yeah, that was messed up. I was a little shocked, like I said, I thought he was going to be a completely different person, and he sort of wants like a Children of the Corn kind of world.
Yeah.
Where like everybody's really super young. And like it blew me away when that happened. I was not expecting which I wasn't expecting him to be that way. But I'm going to play a little bit of the OVA in the background when we talk. But
that's fine with me.
I was not expecting him, the primal guy, to be such a complete douche.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like when he first got like taken out of the stone, he was acting really nice and really generous, and then he was like it was like he had two different personalities, or his his real personality came out. Because
right?
he's probably still waking up thinking he's still in school and stuff.
Yeah, I mean my problem is like after him, are they going to do it where like the camps are sort of like divided, where you have Senku. And then you have maybe he starts the bad guy starts waking up people to help him take out Senku.
Yeah, and you're gonna have to watch episode 4 because that's gonna like your whole question. Whole question.
Yeah,
and we're gonna save that because like the thing is with Senku, he's too smart for that. At least to the extent where I've noticed like after episode 3 his main priority, and this isn't a spoiler, because that guy was sitting there breaking stone and everything, and killing people, is his main priority right now is to hide the I guess the miracle liquid.
Yeah.
The miracle liquid from him, and his second priority is to wake up the girl Yukina or Yukon, something like that.
Yeah.
Because of his friend, because
I keep forgetting his name. I keep forgetting the
it's like Taku or Takaru or something.
Taco just makes me want a taco.
Yeah, it's something with like it's TAKURU something. I don't know, but
See,
It's something like that.
I really like his character and Taku, wherever his name is. I really like his character because like he's everything like that I see that like I would want to be. Like he is, his stamina is off the charts.
Yeah,
His will, like just the sheer will and want to live, is just amazing. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And
definitely.
I feel like I can really
Relate to.
identify with him, especially being a dad and everything like that. He's just like he's a very like shallow character. Like they're
Oh
not
yeah,
like
definitely.
not dynamic, but what he does present, you know, that sheer will to live, you know, it just makes him an awesome character.
He does definitely fit the role though that like Senku really lacks with strength and
See,
stuff too.
that's my thing now. I feel like all right, Senku. Why did Senku wake up first? Like, out of everyone in the world, we don't know if anyone else is awake yet. Like, because I mean, people might have woken up, but why did Senku wake up first?
I know. He said like 6 months before Taku woke up,
Yeah.
which is crazy because I don't know if he was like direct. Well, like I don't know if he was directly under the liquid too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I just feel like, for some odd reason, I feel like Senku might have known about it.
What it coming?
Yeah.
Yeah, he might have. Well, the birds.
Yeah, we're turning
The
into
birds
stone.
were. Yeah, before that even happened, like months and months before that even happened, and maybe he looked into it.
So also too, like this might be me thinking too far and like ahead or too far into it. What if, what if he had a role in it?
And by accident caused some of it. Maybe.
Yeah.
And maybe that's the whole reason that he's trying to keep everybody, his friends, like maybe he's trying to make up for it. But like I said, we could be thinking too far ahead. Like I said, throughout the series, we'll definitely find out what happened
Yeah,
because I don't think they'll keep us in the dark with it.
yeah,
Is
because
what I mean.
see, that's the thing. Like this show is very exciting. Like it is super. Like I am so excited to see what happens next in this series. Because I mean the characters are cool. There's really like I've never seen this concept before in an anime. Maybe there has been an anime like this, but I've never seen anything quite like it. And thank you for talking me
Yeah.
into watching it.
Oh yeah, no, and that's the thing I wanted to do because I meant to do this week, but I wanted to watch the first couple episodes of the original
Mm-hmm.
and kind of like compare them. But like,
I didn't know there was an original. I thought it was just a manga.
no, I think there is an original anime. I read it online. I think
Oh.
that's what it said, or there's a movie or something from like, or something. There's
Okay.
something animated because I did read there was another animation series.
That's
Or
interesting. Though I feel like that would sort of ruin it, since I mean you maybe would be able to watch it, you know, all the way through. You know what I mean? So
I'm
you'd
not gonna
know.
watch it all the way through. I'd probably watch like maybe the first episode and
Yeah.
just because honestly, I probably after watching this one, I'm not going to probably watch the other one. I might watch the first one and just compare on next week with you. But other
Okay.
than that, I'm probably not going to walk through it because I'm just gonna wait for this. This is too good.
Yeah. I mean, I might actually sign up for a Crunchyroll account because
Just
it's like $8, and like I hate. This isn't a product placement, guys. If you're listening, it's like, oh, this guy's advertising, but I hate advertisements. I hate them, and when you watch it with the free, the fact that you're 1 week behind on everything, and
do you
yeah,
get ads?
you do you get ads?
I no.
No, I get ads.
No, yeah, yeah, no. I would hate that.
Yeah, it's so annoying, and it makes like a 23-minute like show like 29 minutes, you know, because you're
Yeah.
watching like 8 7 minutes of just ads. So, and especially when you have such limited time, you
Oh
sort
yeah,
of
no.
yeah
Yeah.
you just you want to watch it without any kind of interruptions, you know. So that gets a little annoying, but yeah, I was gonna ask what were the markings on their faces because I swore they had markings on their faces before they were all turned to stone, but whatever. That's probably another
What'd
Diavolo
you
with
say?
blonde hair. Me? What up?
Luke?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. You were lagging for a
yeah.
second. Okay. What did you
I
say?
thought that I saw markings on their face before they turned into stone. Um,
Yeah.
so like, I guess it was because all the pictures I was looking at before I actually started watching it. For some reason, I thought they had marks on their face before that. So I was gonna be like, what were the markings on their faces? But
They do flash black a lot, so and they distinctly show that the markings aren't on the face.
okay, all right, just making
So
sure.
now because I forget they did mention it, but why did they say the markings? Because I remember I briefed over it. I
It
heard it, but
it was from the cracks in the stone.
now does that crack their head and stuff, or where it's at?
No, because the girl that they woke up, Taco, whatever his name is, his girlfriend's foot was still turning to stone, and
That's what it was.
they
Yeah,
poured
miracle liquid.
the miracle oil on her foot, and she said the pain was gone, and he said, oh, that's because the cracks were all filling in. That's what Senku said.
Okay.
So I guess like particular deep cracks, they don't heal over, but I think it adds a really cool aesthetic to the characters.
How they look.
Yeah.
Yeah, how they look. Like how Senku's looks right now. I'm looking on the screen with the picture.
Yeah, he's
That
badass.
looks hell yeah.
Like,
And I mean, and Taku has one similar on his eyes too,
Mhm.
or one eye at least, and they just look really cool.
why is it on their faces for the most part though? I
I
guess
don't know.
maybe because it's the
And
most visible part. I don't know.
and the villain has it across his face, not down his face.
Yeah, yeah. Look at
So
that.
I guess it just depends on. I'm gonna have to go look back and see what cracks first on the body
Well, my thing
for
is
them.
too like there's a scene where they're trying to Taco's trying to like save his girlfriend who's still in stone mode,
Mhm.
and man, the entire time I was watching that because I didn't think it was going to be that easy. I didn't think he's going to be able to bring back his girlfriend or
That
his
quick.
that quick. So I thought maybe he was going to drop her,
Yeah.
and that was going to be like a real big like moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't actually think that they were going to bring her back, but I guess they needed to have some kind of fanfare. Um, in like
The anime.
yeah, in the anime, but really, I'm very impressed. There has not been a shower scene in
No,
this yet,
no, not yet.
and there's
And
been mostly naked men.
yeah, for the most part, I don't think. I think they're trying to keep it as traditional.
Mm-hmm.
To like, I don't think this show's gonna really have like funny parts or like there might be occasionally, but like I don't think it's gonna be like honestly like Fire Force with like fan service. I don't think
Oh,
there's going to be like that,
all right.
which is fine with me
Yeah,
because honestly with the feel of it, like I'd rather it not have that
yeah. I
to be
mean,
honest.
Taco's definitely the comic relief.
Yeah,
Like he's definitely. I'm sorry for getting his name wrong, guys, but we're gonna go with Taco.
it's
Okay.
fine.
Um, and he's definitely the comic relief, but he's so lovable, and he's not the annoying comic relief, which I'm very
Yeah,
happy about.
when the first episode when he was screaming the whole time, he was kind of annoying, and then I
Hmm.
was just like, I understand though. Like I made one of my friends watch. He's like, "Why'd he screaming so much?" I was like, "He just hype."
Well, that's a Japanese dude. Yeah,
That's a Japanese.
that's what
Yeah.
Japanese do all the time. Like, can I get some tobacco? Like,
Uh,
that's what they do. I mean, isn't it right? If there's any
yeah,
Japanese listeners,
pretty much. JoJo's very known for that too.
yeah. Well, I love it. Like,
Scream.
it's just
Yeah,
their passion. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And that's what I really love about like Japanese culture and like anime. They love it and they're so passionate about it. So, but
yeah, and they do really good work at
yeah,
it. But
they do.
yeah, you say you relate to Taku. I would say for me it would be for Senku, but I would because like I'm not that smart, but like how he's like protecting them, I would be like that probably.
See, that's
Or,
the thing. I think the anime has people that so far that the two characters are very relatable. On different levels. So like you might not be smart, but Senku has different aspects to him that allow you to sort of like look up to him.
hmm
Even though he's a little bit of a
oh,
prick, you can still see something in
oh
that you
yeah, that
like.
just makes him more human though.
Hmm.
And I think he's more of a prick because of his intelligence and
Yeah, smart people tend to be dicks as well as people who drive BMWs.
yeah, definitely like. And to be honest, like I think his instincts are really good too. So that's probably why I would relate more to him because like he automatically as soon as the villain came out, he knew he was bad no matter what.
He knew he was bad news because he was too strong.
Yeah, he knew it automatically, and he was like, even if he's not, he's going to be a problem in the future, is what he said.
Yeah, because if in this kind of world,
Where
without
there's nothing.
yeah, where there's nothing, the strong survive. The first to eat are the last to die.
Yeah.
And you really have to watch out for things like that. And I guess that's what he saw. He said, "Look, this guy's going to be a big bully. He's going to come out all nice, and then he's going to be a complete dick later on."
And that's the truth. That's why he asked, like, he was like, "Are you sure you want to like bring him out because we could just run from the tiger?"
Mm-hmm.
Like, because he was like, "It's going to be a big problem," like he said, and he wasn't wrong.
No, he wasn't. Now, look, I might have missed something. He broke out on his own, right? The big bad guy.
They just poured it on him,
Oh, okay.
and
Because
he broke the rest of it off.
for some
He felt it
reason,
cracking.
I watched episode 1, 2, and 3. For some reason, I missed that part. I don't know if it was like in between, like, because I watch it with my daughter sitting next to me, and sometimes,
Yeah.
like, I have to look away to, help her out. Um, and I must have missed that scene where they poured it on him.
They were running from the tiger in the forest,
Mhm.
and they poured it on him, and it started cracking his face, and the first part of his face got on, like, stone fell off, where his face is cut off, like his face is cut, kind of like with the markings,
Oh
and then
well.
he broke the rest of it off.
By the way, my daughter, she's 7 months. She approves of the theme song. When it came
She
on,
likes it.
she started dancing. She was sitting up and
Oh,
like she was
that's
doing a little
good.
bob. I was like, yeah, okay, we're good. We're good.
That's good. I'm glad she's liking it. How's she doing though?
She's doing all right. As I said, she has surgery August 23rd.
I'll think about her while
Yeah,
on that day, because
it's
that's still scary. Yeah.
it's rough. She'll be all right, but she'll be all right. That's all I have to tell myself. She'll be all right. She'll be all right. The worst part is afterwards with the cast, but
Yeah, and I can only imagine. But I'm glad she's doing good. It's good to hear that she's 7 months. Damn, that went quick.
yeah, man. December 15th. It's already been seven
I
months.
know.
Pretty wild,
That's
huh?
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty freaking wild. I didn't think I was gonna be able to play games or watch stuff, but she's so chill that I'll throw things on, watch it with her. And Doctor Stone is one of those animes where I actually feel a little bit more comfortable playing in front of her. When I watch like Fire Force, I mean, there's not Fire Force isn't that bad with that stuff, but like still at the same time, like they do.
Well, no, I trust me. Like nothing. Like I'm not putting it out there. But episode 3, I only watched it for 5 minutes, and there was already like him cuffing some girl's boobs.
Well, speaking of which, let's switch to Fire Force here. Um, yeah. I can say that I really do like the OVA, the opening
Yeah.
music, because Soul Eater, I called it.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
very Soul Eater. Soul Eater. Even the first season's opening song was awesome. Like,
Yeah, it was so good.
yeah, it was good, and I really dig with Fire Force. I really dig the art style. I really like the simple characters. Um,
Yeah.
I really like the kind of earthy like color schemes. And
Yeah, they have really good color schemes.
Yeah.
It's just good though. It's nice to. I guess it's like I've watched anime, and it's like a lot of anime, but it's really good on your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean.
When they though, my thing with that is with this anime, they blend sort of like a mundane element like firefighters, and they make it like fantastical, which originally initially I thought was really 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 cool. But I don't get the whole element of fighting fire with fire.
Yeah, I don't either, and they haven't explained it completely yet. So like, it's still I'm very confused to it too.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's something somebody else working. Like I don't know where did that like they didn't tell you how it all began. Most animes in the first episode they tell you how that all started and stuff, and it hasn't yet. So
Well, I mean, if does let's look at it. Fire Force follows all of the tropes every anime has. You have your tragic hero that something bad
Yeah.
happened to him where he wants to be a good person, but because of his ability where he shoots flames out of his feet, because of that everyone's afraid of him.
Yeah.
And of course he gets picked to be a part of an elite force of firefighters. You're really really common tropes. Every anime sort of like follows, and I think that's why like I like to watch it. but it's
Yeah.
very tropey. Like I sort of get what's gonna happen. Um, and the characters, they're interesting. Um, but
Yeah, like my favorite is probably Tamaki.
which
She
one's
is she's the female
oh,
firefighter that's always like really hype. Yeah.
Tamaki, waifu material.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, waifu
Um,
material. Let me tell you
and
that.
I like Arthur too because he looks like Ed.
Yeah, 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 exactly. Like, and of course he fits into the I'm better than you, like holier than thou kind of attitude,
Yes.
So, but he's got the lightsaber and everything, which is like heated plasma or something like that.
Which is completely awesome. I
Yeah.
like it. It's a cool idea.
Now, how do you? My question is, how does like I get that he can shoot flames out of his feet, the main character,
Yeah.
but like,
How does that happen?
I'm saying like, if he can shoot flames out of his feet and not get hurt, then how does fire hurt him?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. You'd think he would be immune to it,
Right?
or some form of like fire, like at least red fire.
He must have some really nasty like athlete's feet.
Wait, well, I don't know because fire might burn off that.
Yeah, but yeah, good point, man. So we found the cure for athlete's feet, guys. We found it.
Charred.
Yeah, you burn the bottoms of your feet. Do not do it. Don't. Don't burn your feet at home, all right? They're gonna be like, yeah, some web show told me to burn my feet off. Good idea. But let's talk about the elephant in the room here. So in the first like 10 minutes of the show, we had a shower scene with two women, and then
Yeah.
we had this. Is that the scent of a damp woman?
Yeah, it is. Look at his face. It
Yeah,
definitely is.
yeah. Like, I understand that she was just showering, and Tamaki, you can beat me up like you beat those guys up any day, but like, come on, like, if there's tits in any anime scene, it gets super detailed. I've noticed that,
Oh
and
yeah, definitely.
maybe it was because they were like showering that he says is that the scent of a damp woman, but immediately my mind is drawn to, she's wet,
Yeah,
like not.
exactly.
Yeah,
And look at his smile, like he's up to something. Like,
well, see, they try to say his smile is. I'll leave this up for everybody. Do what you will with that image. But they try to say it's because he's like, when he feels awkward,
awkward.
yeah, like he does the smile.
I know, but it's more creepy than anything. Even like I've never felt uncomfortable with an anime like character smile, but like his smile is very uncomfortable.
It
Even
is.
for me as watching it. Like
Just look at him. He's like, I'm gonna tear those titties.
yeah, that's what I
Ugh.
mean. Like, but he'll do it at the like not even at this time. Like he'll just sit there and smile, and I'm just like, he looks like he's gonna kill somebody.
Well, that's why they call him Demon.
Yeah.
you know and I think like the dynamic in between Arthur and him. I don't even know why I don't know the main character's name. I never know main character's name.
It's Shinra.
Okay, like Shinra. Okay,
Yeah,
Mumra.
Shinra. Yeah.
Shinra.
I have after about the Doctor Stone thing. I pulled it up. The just the names.
Oh shit. Shinra. That's the same name of the company in Final Fantasy VII, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
hmm Yeah. Same name. I don't. I guess it's a common name in Japan.
Yeah.
Shinra.
I think very commonly because they use all the characters have like second names, but the nun only her name is just Iris. I don't even remember them saying her name.
So
Yeah.
the ending sequence. I get that Iris is a nun, right? But
Yeah.
what's with the whole like white gown and dumping like water on herself? Besides like wanting to see like blonde booty.
No idea. Besides, maybe it's like holy water. I
Yeah,
don't know.
maybe she's baptizing herself, but like, come on, really? Like,
Yeah, no, I just think it's extra for the fan service.
like, ooh, this show is fan service. I should have known with the creator of Soul Eater. I mean,
Yeah.
the whole beginning, her whole first two episodes of Soul Eater was that hot witch who I would have given to. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I think anybody would have.
Yeah, like, see, that's the thing. Like, people are like, it's so many pixels, guys. But like, come on, she was hot.
How they're drawn, you can't help that.
Yeah, you can't help it, and they can't say no either. I mean, what are you supposed to
No.
do? Um, I'm happy that they did release the next episode for Fire Force episode 3. I was concerned that they weren't going to have episodes maybe they lost their hard drives or something like that with the created episodes on there.
Mm. I think they already put them out though. I think
Okay.
they already sent them. Because I was actually nervous that because yesterday came around. It usually comes out on Thursday, but it came out yesterday.
Okay, like
Um, I thought they were going to skip another week, and I was like, "Oh, that sucks," but they didn't, which is really good. They just released it late.
yeah, like I was worried a lot, like cuz I mean I'm not that excited about Fire Force. I'm going to watch it because it is a semi decent anime. Um
And it's made by
So,
Soul Eater.
yeah, Soul Eater and the AO animation studio that burned down. Like I do want to support them. Because their families and the families of some people who died. Because I think there was like one survivor out of like 34 people. Um, I just think it's really odd that they were working on a fire anime, and
And it happened.
and it just
Yeah.
happened. Coincidence?
No,
No.
I think it was. I think it was predetermined. Like I think people set that up.
Yeah, like with whoever the guy
Was
who did it probably was like, "Oh, I'm so angry, I'm gonna burn down the building because whatever. It'd be ironic, but just messed up, man. Like, come on, that's fucked." But
and
um,
I felt bad because I was watching stuff on it because there was an anime guy that does like reviews and he was like that one studio KyoAni or whatever it's called.
yeah,
They were like they release a lot of like animes that are actually like targeting like bullying in Japan and suicide rate because Japan there's a lot of students that kill themselves and they make really realistic like movies about that like people struggling with suicide in school and stuff and they're the company that do those movies and I was like wow I watched one the other day and it was just like really like realistic.
did they do what's the new one? I think it's coming out. I don't think it's out yet. Pendulum End,
I think they do that. I think they do.
because that's about
Or,
suicide.
yeah, I think honestly I think they're the studio that handles all that because
I haven't started watching it because I mean I want to get through the current animes I'm watching right now.
yeah,
But
no, that's how I am. Yeah.
yeah, but that one's about suicide. I tried to start watching Abandoned Beasts.
I watched like the first episode and I don't know how I feel
Yeah, I didn't
about
like
it.
it.
Yeah.
I didn't like. I don't know. It was just it's too stereotypical. Too
Yeah.
stereotypical. You got
Yeah.
these elite force Japanese dudes or whatever,
Yeah.
and they could transform into beast and kill people. If you're gonna watch that, you might as well just go watch Guyver.
Yeah, that's
'Cause
what I mean. Like I there's always anime that I'll give it like the first episode. Like I've told you, like everybody's crazy about Black Butler, and I just watched the first episode of that, and I really hate that anime. Like
yeah, I think I like the butler. I just didn't like the little kid. He was a prick, and once again, like I didn't see it going anywhere that I was going to be interested in.
yeah, no, and you're not wrong. I didn't. I felt the same way.
Yeah, I was like, how is this? Where is this going to go? Like, why do I really care about any of these characters?
The
Like,
first episode didn't give us like anything to
care
care
about?
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, or look forward with and Fire Force. Like even though it's kind of slow right now, like I'm kind of curious to see where the main character goes.
Yeah, I do like. I want to see like, of course, what they always do is in the beginning, they sort of show off what they did in Fire Force. They sort of show off what his ability is, and they give him like his aspiration, which is, I guess, find the demon that he keeps seeing in his dreams and everything.
Hmm.
And the scenes where he's with his mom, and he's like, "I want to be a hero" and everything like that. Like it is pretty touching,
Yeah,
and I guess he or everyone thinks that he killed his little brother, and his mom.
which he didn't.
Yeah, well, we don't know that. What if like What
He
if
actually did.
what
Yeah.
if he did, and the demon, like if there was a fire demon, the fire demon sort of controlled him? Is that
He
when
could
he?
still be in him.
Yeah,
Too.
like is that when he got his ability?
Hmm.
And like, yeah, exactly. Is the fire demon still inside of him? Um, that's sort of what I want to know. When did he get his ability? I'm guessing when it happened. 'Cause I'm sure they would have known. Fire kicking out of his feet.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, the only problem with him having like fire feet too is, I mean, he must go through shoes.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they don't. He doesn't even wear shoes half the time in the anime. I don't think.
He would definitely go through them.
Yeah, like yeah,
If that was the case.
I would just wear like the cheap flip flops that you get from the dollar store or something like that because
Yeah.
those things be blown off every 5 fucking
I'm
seconds.
surprised they don't have him in like the wooden sandals or something like
Yeah,
that.
it just burns away.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really like though the unpowered people. I can't tell you their names, but like the chief and stuff like that,
Yeah.
where they have to bring in like 60 kilos of just like equipment.
Yeah, I like them too. Yeah.
Yeah, like I want to see the one guy. He's got this like the shield or something like that.
Insane.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love tanky characters, and I can't wait to see them like go to work.
And I love the captain. Like he's just a really cool character. Just him in general.
He's just happy. Like
Yeah.
I always see it like in Japan. I always think of like the boss of something as being like this miserable prick who wants to make everyone else miserable.
But they make him real happy and
Yeah, they
chilling. Like
come out real happy, like, "Hey, how you doing?" Like everything's okie dokie.
yeah, and he was sitting there when they first when Shira first met him. He was sitting there just working out like
Yeah,
upside down and
he
everything.
was just doing his fucking. I wish I could work out like that. Not that I don't,
Yeah.
because my arms they're just so huge. I'm going to pump you up, Mr. Xinksly.
That's what I got from him at first. I was like a big muscle head, but he wasn't.
I want to see him go to work though. Like they haven't shown him like beating the snot out of anything, like protecting anybody. Like that's what I want to see. I want to see the old man go to town. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
he doesn't have any powers. I think that's a lot of times. I think that's what like how in Doctor Stone, like Taku, like he doesn't have any powers. It's just his sheer will that keeps him going.
And determination. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's what I
Yep.
really liked about those characters.
And none of them really have abilities. Except I feel like the villain, like, he's too powerful. But of course.
One anime that I really enjoyed that is going back to this trope that I like the strong-willed people is what was that anime? Bunny and they're superheroes and they're sort of like televised superheroes.
Yeah.
Bunny and Tiger and Bunny. Have you ever seen Tiger and Bunny?
No, but I'm gonna write it down so I watch it.
It's you can watch it pretty much anywhere. I think it's on Netflix as well. Tiger and Bunny. He's a superhero. He's sort of like down and out, like an old timer, and most of your superheroes are sort of like funded by like these big companies. And anytime something
Okay.
bad happens, they send out the superheroes and they televise it like a football game. So all like the superheroes are sort of trying to like get in, like get the most airtime and try to win that save the day. But
Yeah.
like Tiger, like he's down and out. His ratings aren't very good. He's getting older. No one really likes him. But every day he still goes to his job. He wants to impress his daughter, who's a little bit younger, and just balancing his work life schedule around being a superhero that no one cares about, but he still comes to work every day. Like, really good show.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at it
Yeah.
because that sounds really cool.
It's
It
fun.
kind of sounds like how you said the companies kind of buy them or whatever.
Yeah,
Or
they buy their they buy their image, and like they have the ads on their armor and stuff like that.
yeah, see, that's really awesome. It kind of reminds me of My Hero Academia.
I haven't seen My Hero Academia, but people keep talking about My Hero Academia.
It's not bad. If after they graduate from the school, companies will train them and buy them. So that's what it sounded like to me. Same thing.
Sort of like slaves, sort of.
Yeah, but they don't. They're not slaves.
Okay.
But but they're not. Yeah, they're just, I guess, like you said, image wise, because that's what it sounded like to me too. Because
Like My Hero Academia, it, once again, it's one of those animes that got really popular,
I don't blame you.
and
I
like
like I said,
I just sort of wanted to stay away from it. But now that like it sort of died down, did they just release a new season of that
no, in October,
in October? Okay, I'll have to check
season
that
4.
out. What's the
Yeah,
first season? Is this the first season them in like school and everything?
yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm just looking at Maki's
I think
beautiful.
they're I think they're in high school right now, but I think right now they're still in college. I think they're always going to be in college or like training, at
I
least
I just got a
at
really
school.
strong like Naruto like vibe from it, but they're not ninjas. They're
No, and there's not
superheroes.
really an annoying character.
All right, all right, let's
Yeah,
do
yeah,
it. You know, like
yeah.
um.
Yeah, not like that.
Oh
Not at all.
man, I just like
Naruto be saying believe it and yeah,
believe
no.
it. Like that's what I meant. Now like and also too what the Area 51. Everyone's gonna raid Area 51. They're like, if we do the Naruto run, no one will see us. They come and hit us. You know.
It's funny because the area they're all supposed to meet before that is 4 hours away from that.
It's ridiculous. Like they're gonna run all the way there. Have you seen an anime convention? They
Yeah.
never make it like a mile, and
No, yeah.
the stench would just it would probably knock the guards out because they don't wear deodorant. Like oh my god, I
Nah, trust me, I've been to those, and like I used to play, like I said, Yu-Gi-Oh, in like shops and stuff, and people don't know anything about hygiene.
uh, I did a game jam in Camden County College. Okay,
Yeah.
and we had it's where you have to make a game in like 48 hours. You're locked in one place. You can't leave. You got to make a game. And it was mostly men and some women. I brought an entire case of deodorant. And I just left it there. And everyone was smelling kind of fresh for the most part, except for when I walked into the men's bathroom. I walked in and my feet were sticking to the ground. So
Okay.
I guess they were urinating all over the floor. Like they were
What?
missing the toilet, and
Oh
like
my
the
god.
stench. It was oh my god! It smelled like wet dead dog in there. It was sorry, anime fans and stuff like that. You're disgusting. Please, like, please.
How do you miss the toilet? I mean, like,
How do you miss the toilet? Exactly. I sit down when I pee. Ain't nobody bothering me.
that's what I
Like
mean. Like, fine. Like, you're not missing it though. Like,
yeah, I'm not missing. I'm sitting down, peeing on, peeing in. Wow, we're going into pee stuff right now. This is definitely an anime talk show.
yeah.
I mean, you sit down, you don't. There's no chance of missing. I guess their parents never gave them a Cheerio to pee on. You know what I mean? Gross. Super friggin'
Or the people that don't lift up the seat to pee sometimes.
yeah. Or like, and you sit down on it, not thinking. Oh man,
Uh,
that's
and
terrible.
that's what I mean. And they just peed on the.
Yeah,
And
it's
you
disgusting.
were nice bringing like a whole thing of deodorant.
Yeah,
Like,
but next time I'm gonna bring one of those like pee pads for the dogs. You put down the
just throw them
pads.
down.
Yeah,
Yeah, just throw them down.
disgusting. I'm gonna tell them to change it. Oh. Let me show you something. So,
Okay.
I just want to make a quick offshoot. I think I told you, about I had two theme songs. Okay, from Attack on Titan and the opening theme song, and the Wild Arms 2. It's a battle theme when you go into combat. Wild Arms 2 is a Japanese RPG that was released, I think, like 1998,
I
1997.
never did see it though, but
Okay,
it's fine.
but I have a I have the songs from both of them. Wild Arms 2, Battle Force, which is the theme, and the Attack on Titan theme song. So if you can, just give it a quick listen because they are very similar. And I found this out about 2 months ago. I was
Are
playing
you
Wild.
sending it to me?
Yeah, I know. I'm going to play it.
Okay.
You should be able to hear it pretty soon. I just want to get it out. Playing Wild Arms 2 and the battle thing in Wild Arms 2 really only changes when there's a boss battle. So, and I was like, man, this sounds super friggin' familiar. And I linked it up. So give it a listen. This is the Attack on Titan theme song. Let me know if you can hear it.
I cannot.
Should come on pretty soon.
Let me.
Oh no!
New cheese
No!
I hear.
is so
I
thick,
hear.
No!
crispy, and cheesy.
Give it a second.
We're genuinely concerned we
Oh
may run out
no!
of cheese.
We got a commercial. Oh shit! Anyway,
No, I hear it.
can you hear it though? Just keep listening. There's probably a commercial that cut in with dicks.
There we go.
Okay, you back in the song?
Yeah, I've heard the Attack on Titan.
Okay, so
Believe it or not, all the seasons have that same song.
okay, so you hear it, right? You get the gist, right? Okay. Now, this is the Wild Arms 2 battle theme, all right? Let's listen.
It'll probably play in like 5 seconds.
Come on, you hear that? The resemblance?
Yeah, the melody sounds.
Yeah, it's almost identical. Like the and even the breakdown. And then
You think Attack on Titan took that?
yeah, listen to when he starts singing, spot on. Like it is to the T. I believe. I don't think they ripped it off. I just think the original composer or whoever did the song, the band, probably played a lot of Wild Arms too. They probably,
Honestly,
they
that's
probably,
crazy.
yeah, they probably played a lot of Wild Arms too. And like, I don't know. Do I want to be insulted by it? No, but it's a little too close. It is a little too close. For me to be like, yeah, that's legit, you know. Why do I still have the damp image? I guess it's a nice image to look at anyway. I should have put that as our thumbnail. Everybody would have clicked on.
You can always change it after you're done.
Yeah, I just think that like, I think obviously it was an inspiration. It's too close.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's just too close for me to go like, nah, this is, that's a coincidence, and I did show it to one other person a few months ago, and they agreed like it's pretty freaking close. So I just thought it was a little too close there for comfort, but
Oh no, yeah, I agree. That's the first time of me hearing that also.
it's a good game though. If you can, like,
But yeah, no,
play Wild Arms 2, it's awesome.
I definitely will try it. But like, yeah, I don't know. Like, where were we? Fire Force.
Fire Force. Yep.
I just don't. I really am excited to see where it goes. But like I said, I'm really more interested into Doctor Stone. Like,
Yeah.
as a whole.
Yeah, I really do think Doctor Stone is much more interesting, and to be honest, it might be that we're halfway through 2019, a little bit more than that, and I think it's probably one of the best animes this year.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I don't think anything's jumped out like that. And the only anime that did good last year when it first came out, and this is like, I think it came out around the same time, and it's still doing really good right now.
I mean,
But it's one of the big threes now, though. It blew up really big. Black Clover.
Black Clover, is that the one on is that the one that was on Netflix only or something like that?
No, it's on Crunchyroll too.
On Crunchyroll. What's Black Clover about?
Black Clover. If you think of anything niche in an anime, it's in it. Like like when a character is like struggling and they need to surpass their limits.
Like Goku in every
Yeah, they'll literally say that I need to surpass my limits, and then they'll do it. Like, it's so like they're so like obvious when they do stuff. Like it's funny, and it's
What do you mean obvious?
like they'll say it. They'll be like, I need to surpass my limits, or I'm gonna die. Like they'll say that. Like, and it's so funny, but like it's like an anime all mixed into one. Like you have like your annoying character, you have the niche. I need to surpass my abilities, and then like you have the one protagonist that pushes the main character.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, it just is all of an anime wrapped into one. And
Yo, Mr.
It's
Ink, I have to take a dump or it's gonna kill me.
all right, go for it.
No, I'm joking. I'm not gonna take a dump.
Okay. I was like,
No, I was just joking. That was part of the joke. Jeez, man.
no, they say that too, though.
Really? I'm gonna take a dump
Yeah.
or it's gonna kill me?
Yeah, yeah. No, it's kind of like magic. Like they have like magic abilities, and the main character is not born with any magic, but he has an anti magic sword. So when he touches magic, it automatically depletes it.
Oh, I thought he said like his special ability, like his magical ability is
No,
taking a
oh
dump.
no, no. His captain of they're called the Black Bulls. He's always like, all right, like when he's taking a dump all the time, they end up breaking like the bathroom or something, and he can't take a dump, and he like grabs them by the head and throws them when he's like, I have to take a dump.
So
So like
there
he's
is.
always saying that. He literally
Wow.
says, I have to take a dump all the time.
I have
Not even-
I have like the amazing ability to, sort of just catch things like that. I mean, I've
Yeah, that's awesome. Like
dump
he
sense.
literally says dump. He doesn't say poop. He doesn't say crap. He says dump. And
I,
it's funny you said that.
I swear I've never seen the anime, but like there always has to be someone that has to take a shit. Just like Metal Gear Solid series, there's always one character that has to take a giant shit.
Always.
Yeah, I think Attack on Titan wasn't there a character that needed to take a dump like all the
No,
time in that?
I don't think so. I think there was a girl that always needed to eat or always would steal food, but that was the only one.
Yeah, yeah, and they got punished for it that one time.
Yeah, Sasha.
Yeah, oh man, that sorry on the waifu
She's definitely
line.
one too. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a waifu, and though you gotta worry because she eats a lot, so she might
And
get
she's a little crazy.
she might get a little chunky later on, you know.
Yeah, who
Yeah.
knows?
Now
She, m-
the one girl with the crazy scientist lady with the glasses. That was
what's her name?
she is my absolute waifu. Like
What on Attack on Titan?
oh yeah, she's like
I like Mikasa or whatever. Her name is.
Mikasa, the only Japanese woman.
Yeah, his name was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the only.
And there's like
Japanese.
memes of her booty, like because her booty's always in like one of the shots. I
I've
don't know
never,
why.
I've never like grabbed a shot of Mikasa's booty.
I haven't either. I watched a YouTube video and then I realized he was showing something like an anime like YouTuber. He was showing that. He was like, look how many times her butt's shown, but you don't realize it.
Sukasa's Mikasa. Yeah. But
Yeah, but Black Clover is interesting. It just has 90 episodes though, so it's like
it's sort of like a One Piece where like
well, it's taking over for Naruto right now because Boruto's doing so bad.
like
It's like
Baruto.
yeah, Boruto, yep.
Well, every time I watch Naruto, it just like I think I said this before. It seems like they're gonna walk up to each other, get ready to fight, and then start making out.
Yeah,
And like
that's what it is.
like Naruto, because they talk so sensually to each other, and also too, what kind of ninjas walk around in bright orange jumpsuits? You
And scream.
yeah, you'd see them from a fucking mile away.
And they sit there and scream the whole time.
It's like I have to take a dump. Like
Yeah, and that's why like I kind of related. Everybody hated Sasuke, but he was really quiet and like he was annoying, but he was always quiet when he did stuff. Like,
speaking of Sasuke, this is more up your alley. I know you're the romantic. I wish I had like a little sound bar so I can play some like real sexy music. Well, wow, wow, wow. Anyway, I don't have that. But what is the Sasuke x Sasuke?
What is
Sakura x Sakura.
I don't know.
Like
Google it.
I see people, they're always posting stuff on Facebook about it. Sakura x Sakura. And like it's one guy and it's a girl and it's literally Sakura x Sakura. I guess they're both named like Sakura or something like that. And I think
Yeah.
it's like some kind of romantic kind of like fan fiction bullshit.
Probably. I don't know. I don't really go into fan fiction, but I'm looking at it. Yeah, it's definitely fan fiction.
Yeah, but like where did they come from? Does that come from an actual anime or?
I don't think so because sakura is a known a Japanese flower. And I just think it's a common name in anime.
Okay, because I said a few things on that Facebook post that would probably get me in a lot of trouble. But I'm not going to say it here. But
No, Sakura is an anime.
is it?
I'm looking at it right now.
I mean,
It's a really girly anime.
well, it's right up your alley, Mr. Ink.
No, I would not watch that.
Are you sure? He's
Yeah, I'm
secretly
very
right now he's got his box of Kleenex, some like nice lube, and he's got it on like mute
Oh
right
wait, is it based off a game? Is that what it is?
now. Is it? I don't
It's
know.
based off a game. Yeah. No. Yeah. It's definitely. Yeah. It's definitely weeb material.
Is it definitely weeb material? We're just dweebs, okay? We're not weebs. We're dweebs. But I mean the one game the one anime I sort of want to watch is the Bikini Vampire Squad or something like that.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, they have a bunch of movies out too, and basically it's exactly what it is. It's basically women wearing the smallest bikinis you've ever seen, fighting undead.
You said the Bikini Vampire what?
Yep, Bikini Vampire Squad or something like that. It's like Bakura Bikini. Just put in Bikini Vampire Hunters, and
I found it.
yeah, let me just tell you, like what? And there's video games out for it and everything. And like that's the thing, I would never be able to play it, like because I would feel so dirty. Like my wife would be watching it and me play it, and like, come on, like
Your daughter's in the other room.
yeah, like she already walked in on me playing. I don't ever play Killer is Dead.
Yeah.
Killer is Dead, and you're basically a cybernetic gigolo. If a Japanese dude can take anything and put a cyber in front of it, he does it. And you're a cybernetic gigolo assassin, and I had to do it. Okay, so there's these missions where you have to take women out on dates, but the only thing you're really looking to do is stare at their boobs. But you have to stare at their boobs so the women don't see you do it, and then you give them gifts and stuff like that, and then
Okay.
and then like at the end, like it's sort of like a hot coffee thing from Grand Theft Auto, but you don't see anything.
Yeah.
But it's just like, come on, like, and you sort of have to do it. I mean, at least that's my excuse, you know. You sort of have to, you know.
It's a game, yeah. You have to.
You have to, but you get like you can upgrade your character and everything like that, and when you do it, you get like a lot of like experience points.
Yeah.
So if you want to kill people, you know, really well, you know, you gotta stare at women's jiggly bits, you know. Like,
Yeah.
while I like that, it creates really awkward moments for me.
How does your wife react when she walks in?
You know, you ever watch those sitcoms, the American sitcoms, where like the fat dude has the really hot wife? And like every time the fat dude does something weird, like I wish I could show you, the wife crosses her arms and just shakes her head.
Oh, I already know.
Yeah, it's that. You know, and like my ego takes a hit, you know? Like one thing rises and my ego just drops, you know, like it's just so uncomfortable. Like why it's like, but the most awkward scene in any game. This isn't even a Japanese game. Was God of War, I think 3, where you have to have sex with Aphrodite.
Oh yeah.
And it's like a quick time event.
Yeah.
That, like, I remember I had just gotten the PlayStation 3. You know, I had my my sound system all like pumped up. My ex, I was living in New York at the time. My ex was upstairs, right? And she was working on something in the computer, and all of a sudden you just hear this like the moaning and everything from the scene. I'm like, oh my goodness. And my ex comes down the stairs and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Honey, I'm sorry. I can't skip this," because you couldn't skip it. It wasn't optional.
Yeah.
It was just so awkward.
That is awkward. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah, thank you for your moral support.
There's definitely like stuff like in games, even in anime. Like, I remember like I don't watch like when I'm like even like my mother when I'm like my mom's home and stuff. When sometimes I do not watch anime
Yeah.
in the same in my room. My room's in the basement, so she don't come down there. It used to be so awkward when I used to have to watch anime up in my living room.
Yeah, dude, because they mix like High School of the Dead. Try to get through that with someone else in the room.
No, I can't. The only other person I've ever watched it with was another guy, and because it was a dude. But like
even then, I'm gonna be sorry. Like even then, like you're sitting there, right? You're watching this like shower scene or whatever, and like
it's so awkward.
There's a dude sitting next to you. Like you don't know how to feel. Like.
I feel like he could be on a boner right now and it could get really awkward.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I didn't want to say it, but you said it. See? Like, he could be popping one and I'm popping one. That's, I feel a little weird,
Oh, yeah, no. And the only reason I watched it, because he was like, I showed him it and he was just like, oh, we should watch this. And I've known him like my whole life. So it wasn't as weird. I didn't even think about that, which is anybody else I probably would have.
Yeah. just awkward, man. Like,
Yeah.
why? Why do you do this to me, video games?
Yeah, but I've like there's been parts in video games and like even anime where like you said I always bring up the JoJo Gorilla
Yeah.
episode
Oh, what the
and
hell?
and I felt really awkward watching that, but I was
Yeah.
so glad I was only nobody else was there.
I mean, because it's a gorilla raping people.
Yeah.
Like,
And you know,
it's a little
yeah, it's
girl.
like I know, and it's like gross thinking about it, but like I just,
It was a good
I didn't
episode.
even. Oh yeah, like it went over my head, but then when you brought it back up that one time, I was just like, oh yeah, that's kind of disgusting. Like,
Yeah, dude.
um, there was an episode of something I forget what anime a while ago. You know how like generally sometimes anime like they'll do the panty shot
Yeah, it's
where like
understandable. Like,
my brother walked in the other day and he's seen it. He's like, "What are you watching? Porn?" I was like, "No, I swear to God, I'm not."
you're just watching anime. I mean,
Yeah,
you might as well put, like, porn on it. Like, because that's what it is, sort of. Not every one,
yeah,
but.
yeah. It was just an episode. I think it was an episode of Black Clover sometimes, and he was like, I was like, I'm watching Black Clover, and then his boyfriend comes and he's like, no, that's Black Clover. I watched that episode too.
What about, like, it could be worse. It could be like Bible Black
Oh yeah, no, I know.
or Night Shift Nurses.
I've never seen that one.
Okay.
That
Oh,
sounds like a
let
porn.
me give you a taste. There's a scene where one of the crazy nurses says, "If you'd loved me, you'd eat my poop."
Yeah, no.
And
I would die laughing.
there
Like,
is a
no.
scene. There is a scene where people are eating her poop. It is the most. It is the grossest. It is the grossest and dirtiest anime I've ever seen. Besides, like, the Blue Girl, which is pretty tame. So, like, yeah,
Yeah, no, I probably would never watch that, but that sounds gross.
man, Japanese people are fucked up.
I know, and they're so like not like that in person.
Have you watched have you watched any good movies recently?
No, I wanted to go see Lion King, but I didn't end up going. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I'm waiting for, like, some kind of controversy to pop up about that, but mm,
Yeah, I heard about something like with the song or hit or something about it. I
I
didn't read it into it, but
I am pretty done with Disney films in general.
yeah, no, they're all
They're all doing all it is basically they're too lazy to create new intellectual properties.
so they just keep making live action.
Yeah, so now it's like Mulan, like whoever. I'll be honest with you, who actually, like, watched Mulan? Like,
I didn't even watch Mulan. I played it through Kingdom Hearts more than I watched it.
that's the sad thing. Like, they just keep on rehashing, like, these old intellectual properties. And to be honest with you, the best my two favorite Disney animation films was Emperor's New Groove
Yeah, that was good. I've seen that.
and Lilo and Stitch.
Lovely Loons.
Yeah, like, those are the two best animated Disney movies. And now you don't see any animated Disney movies besides, like,
No.
computer animated ones.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, and the only like actual like Disney movies that have come out besides like live actions from new ones is Frozen, which is blown out of proportion.
Let it
And
go, okay? Just let it go.
yeah, and Big Hero 6.
I didn't
And,
even.
like,
I
Wreck-It
didn't see
Ralph.
big. I didn't see Big Hero 6. But
Big Hero 6 was really good for a Disney movie.
now, what I'm saying is, yes, they have animated ones, but they're
I
not.
kn-
They're
Yeah, I
not.
know what you mean.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. They actually own Studio Ghibli.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So one of me and my wife's favorite is My Neighbor Totoro.
I love that. Yeah.
And, like, it kind of hurts
That's-
my feelings because My Neighbor Totoro came out in what, like, early '80s.
Yeah.
And if you compare that level of illustration, that level of like animation to anything Disney released in the '80s, even let's look at Beauty and the Beast. Compare Beauty and the Beast, which came out in '90, what, 2, 3, to My Neighbor Totoro, and it is obvious that My Neighbor Totoro is such a beautiful film, with just a gorgeous storyline and everything like that. And then you got Beauty and the Beast, which looks like something you see on, like, Sunday morning cartoons, you know?
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, I don't know if you've ever heard of this. You've seen My Neighbor Totoro, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but say if you didn't, I was coming at you hard body.
No,
Um,
I definitely seen that. It's like a classic.
do you know that there is a really it's not Miyazaki said it has nothing to do with it, but basically that anime My Neighbor Totoro, I forget what year it's set in, but in that same year and in that same area of Japan, there was a little girl who went missing
Like in real time.
in real life, and she ended up being murdered. And in the My Neighbor Totoro, the younger sister, Mai, ends up going missing. They end up finding her, but like in actual all reality, like there's a scene in My Neighbor Totoro where they find a shoe that looks like it could belong to Mai in a lake, and that actually happened.
Did they ever find the girl though? The real
Yeah,
girl.
they did. She was killed. She was murdered.
So they redid it in the anime.
Yeah, and there is some kind of validity to it because Miyazaki, he was living in that area of Japan at the time that the actual murders were happening.
When he put
And
it in the story.
yeah, and his mom was living in a was in a hospital just like the mom in My Neighbor Totoro, and he most likely heard about what happened. So because it is that area is actually based off like an area, like all the scenes in that movie you can go to in Japan. So like I think that is like a sort of like a fan theory that he based it off the actual murder that occurred in that year.
He might have though. Like,
Yeah. But he said no, it's not. I didn't base it off anything like that, though it is based off my time in that area. You know how they do that. Come on. Like he's
I
not going to
know.
admit like come on. Now imagine being like a parent and like having that in the back of your mind as you're letting like your son or daughter like watch that, you know? So, and probably Disney who owns it was probably like, "No, you can't say that," you know? But I want a giant beanbag Totoro though. That'd be swank. So swanky. I do have a movie that you probably should check out if you've never seen it.
what's it called?
Cyber Ninja.
You were telling me about that. I have it in my phone still.
Yeah,
I
dude.
just never.
Cyber Ninja. All right, so um, I'm notorious for bad films. Like people, they love to get me bad films because I'm one of those people that like no matter the worse it is, the more I love it. And someone had got me a DVD box set. It had like 10 DVDs in there, and it was called The History of the Ninja.
Hey, you told me about this.
Yeah,
The one time.
And so I'm telling the viewers about it. So, and like on the cover, I was like, "Yo, this looks cool as hell! Like, what is this? It looks like a robot ninja." And I started out. My wife, my ex at the time, she went away to like visit one of her friends in Maine. So I had nothing to do. I was just sitting around in my apartment. I was like, "All right, let's do a ninja marathon. I'm going to ninja myself out." First of all the films were Chinese. All right, which ninjas
Subtitles? Subtitles?
Yes, there was subtitles.
Alright.
However, when the ninjas came out, like so the anime was like sorry, not the anime. The movie looked like a 1970s like China like movie made in China. And then when the ninjas came out, it automatically turned into a 1980s film where all the ninjas were Australian. No friggin' lie. So like it was night and day with the way the film looked, and they just sort of spliced in ninja scenes, like with actors who weren't even alive at the time the movie was done, and it was just so bad. So like after watching like 39 of these really bad films, you get to the bottom of the barrel, and you read Cyber Ninja, and you're like, oh man, this is gonna be complete shit. But when you turn that bad boy on, and it was actually made by Namco.
Really?
Sorry, no, Bandai. Sorry, Bandai,
Wow.
which is Bandai Namco. So I was close. So take Star Wars, okay? Take Terminator, and just put fucking ninjas in it. And
Really?
yeah, basically the main character, the cyber ninja, is just this really awesome freaking ninja. He's got like pistons in his feet that help him like run real quick, and he's fighting like cyber ninjas, other cyber ninjas, and like dude, it's awesome. Like the entire beginning scene, you could tell they put love into this film. Whoever wrote this movie like wanted it to be good, and it's sad that it got shoved into with 38 really crappy films. But we should. I know what I wish. I want to actually. I'd like to do a marathon where we just watch all like 28 or whatever 38 films just to get the Cyber Ninja on here. That'd be hilarious. And I guarantee you, no one owns the rights to these movies anymore. So it was
We
such.
should, yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's good. It is. It probably wouldn't take that long because most of the films are like 40 minutes, like here and there. But dude, Cyber Ninja, 100%. Like it even has aspects of Power Rangers in it, where like
Okay.
all the villains sort of look like the Power Ranger villains. How they look like really plastic and like I don't know. It's really good. It's really over the top. Check it out, Cyber freaking
Oh no,
Ninja.
definitely. We get time.
Yeah, it's such a good movie. Friggin' dug it. But yeah. So you haven't watched anything recently? You're just gonna go see The Lion King?
To be honest, I don't watch movies that much. Like I do, but they have to really catch my eyes.
Yeah, you're. I mean, also I've given up on Hollywood, so I get it. Like nothing's really catching my eye out there either, which is kind of sad. The only thing that was kind of sad was hearing about Rucker Hauer passing away.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And
And he was in so many good films. Like he was in Lady Hawk. If you haven't seen that one, great fantasy 80s movie. Blood of Heroes, which is another 80s post-apocalyptic film, except it's football. Um, Blade Runner, of course. Split Second.
I've seen Blade Runner.
Yeah, dude. Blade Runner, to be honest with you, had nothing to do with Philip K. Dick's novella, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? However, I understand why they didn't base it off the. They based it loosely off the book, but Blade Runner, to be honest, was definitely a better story than Philip K. Dick's Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, at least for the screen. But what you think of Blade Runner? I mean, when did you see that one?
A while ago, so I wouldn't even know where to start with Blade Runner. It's been a long time. Like I watched a long time ago, but
But what?
I don't even know if I can remember it.
Well, I watched it. My dad, he had a Laserdisc player. I don't know if you've ever seen a Laserdisc.
I don't know if I know
Okay.
what that is.
So okay, so this is for
It's
all
old.
all the kids out. It's old. So you know DVD. You know how small it is.
Yeah.
Well, take that and make it a record.
Okay.
So it was the size of like like a big LP, like a record, and basically it was a CD except the size of a record, and you'd put it in the machine. And when it got to a certain length, you had to flip it over to see the rest of the movie because it can only fit so much data on the CD. So it was a giant friggin' CD.
Yeah.
And when I first started watching it, I was young, and I'm like, "What the hell are these black bars on the top and bottom of the screen?" And my dad was like, "Oh, that's letterbox," you know. And I'd never seen anything like that. I was so used to seeing full screen, but now I'm a letterbox like Nazi. If I'm not watching it in letterbox, I don't friggin' want it.
So you
know?
have to have those bars.
I have to. Because, well, the TVs today are made to fit films, in letterbox. So you won't even see the black bars.
Yeah.
But that's just the end of the film. I don't know if you know that. That's just where the film stops. When everyone's probably just thrilled about this on the stream, me talking about this, but when you do full screen where you don't have the black bars on the side, basically what they do, they just push the film closer to you. So it fills the entire screen. So that means that you're going to miss maybe like 50% of what's going on in that shot.
Oh, that's annoying.
So you see less. So a really good example of it is man, I forget the name of the freaking film. This came out in like the early 2000s, but there's a scene in the movie where this guy's sitting on this balcony, And in Letterbox, you can see to his far right, it's an old, like, I think it's a war movie, but he's looking to the right, and if you look off to the right, you can see a guy. He throws this stick bomb, and there's an explosion that happens. It blows up this like tank, but if you watch it in full screen, you see none of that. It
Really?
completely cuts off that entire portion of the film that the director wanted you to see. But anyway, let's get on to it.
I didn't know about that. That's
Yeah, yeah. So like if like on TV, it cuts off everything. It's super friggin' annoying.
I understand what you mean then.
Yeah. But even when I talked to Akira Takarada, he was an original, the main character in the Godzilla franchise, the original 19 like the 50s one. I went to a Godzilla convention. I'm a big Godzilla fan. If no one knows that, but and he was there, and I was asking a bunch of questions, and one of the questions I asked him was full screen or widescreen, and he was like, back in the 1950s, Japan shot in nothing but widescreen, but because of the cost of the Godzilla film, they had to actually shoot it in full screen to keep the cost down. It would use less film. So he was like, I'm always full screen, I mean, widescreen. Like that's all we ever want to shoot in, widescreen. But I'm back on the Blade Runner anyway. Um, and quite possibly one of the first like artsy films I've ever watched. And it really captured my imagination, and obviously it captured um, Japan's culture as well, because you had Hideo Kojima, who basically made games that were basically Blade Runner, Snatcher,
Yeah.
which I played on my channel. Shameless plug, which is an awesome game. And then he ended up doing Police Knots. Like, um, Ridley Scott's Blade Runner is rife in every one of every one of Hideo Kojima's games that you will play. It screams Blade Runner, especially Snatcher. It blows my mind there. But there's a really good scene where at the end, basically Harrison Ford's character Deckard, he's hunting down um, Rucker Hauer's character Roy Batty, and replicants only have a certain amount of time to live. And mind you, this was made in 1982, and the movie was set in 2019. Okay, so here's the revelation: Roy Batty, Rucker Hauer's character, dies in 2019 in a movie that was made in 1982. And in real life, Rucker Hauer ends up dying in 2019.
Wow. Wow.
But I do want to have a quote from it, and this is basically the ending scene where Roy Batty, he's dying because his body's shutting down because he's a replicant, and he's talking to Blade Runner, Harrison Ford's character, and Rucker Hauer, he wanted to beef up the moment, and it's raining, it's like thundering storm. They just got done doing this like huge fight on top of this rooftop, and Rucker Hauer's holding this dove, and he falls to his knees, and he's like, "I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Attack ships on fire off the shoulder of Orion. I've watched sea beams glitter in the dark near Tannhauser Gate, and all those moments will be lost in time, like tears in rain." That is powerful. Like,
Yeah, it is.
yeah, and like every time I hear it or even read it, like I get goosebumps, and definitely Rucker Hauer. Rucker Hauer will be missed.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yeah. So
I still can't believe it for
75 years old. He was a young dude. Like, look at this guy. He was sexy as hell. Like, look at him. Like,
yeah.
I have a picture up. I just put a picture up of him. Like, come on. Like, man, I mean, I'm a little bit sexier, but, hey, it happens, Like,
75. I'd be happy to live to 75.
Yeah, I mean, but that's young
So
though.
it's still young. I know, but
Yeah.
a lot of people die young too, though. So I mean, that's a,
Well, he was a what? He was born in 1944, so I'm sure they didn't say what he died from. I don't know if it was from natural causes or not, but it is what it is. But any games? Have you played any games recently?
I'm always playing games. I actually, it's funny you said that because obviously I was doing the traditional like Apex, but
Apex. What?
just because it has I have to do daily challenges, but that's nothing.
Oh, they so
Um,
they like lock you in with daily. A lot. I've noticed a lot of games do that now with daily challenges.
it's just because of the battle pass. When I get a new battle pass, so it's easier to like unlock stuff. But when I don't like tomorrow, I think is my last one,
Hmm.
and it resets every Tuesday, so I probably won't even touch any of the dailies the next couple days after that.
Because
But
there's no point.
yeah, there's no point for me to do it. But yeah, no, that and I've been playing Days Gone still. That game is so long, but I'm trying to 100% it, and I'm still playing it. And
So
like every, go ahead.
Days Gone, right? I don't know if we did we. I don't know if we talked about this last
We
time.
talked about it a little bit.
A little
Nothing,
bit.
nothing like we didn't go over any of it.
So, like, is it really just like driving through like a barren wasteland? Like, what do you
Honestly,
do in it?
honestly, I thought they were zombies originally, but they're too smart to be zombies.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like even like when I come back to like say you take over a camp, it's called an ambush camp, and it's usually like where psychos or rapists or
Mm-hmm. Where
killers
people
are.
where people that make anime go, you know.
There is bunkers on the bottom of them usually, and that's where they're probably the anime people.
The anime keeps going, motherfucker.
Yeah, for real. But no, yeah, you take those over and you unlock more of the map. But sometimes I'll go back to those. The map is huge, by the way, like
Hmm.
really big. Not like GTA big, but pretty big. Um, and I'll go back and there will be people at my camp, and I'll have to kill them again
See,
or something.
this is why we can't have nice things. Now,
Yeah, like
here's my issue. Okay, with these big open worlds, I get it. It's what the new generation wants. Um, I I'm not used to it. To me, I feel like I'm wasting half my time getting from point A to point B.
honestly, I fast travel a lot.
Well, yeah, games with fast travel is nice, right? But this is about to get real controversial. People are probably gonna like come out in droves with pitchforks and fires. Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. No fast travel. Oh, but there is. You have to fast travel to like things you've already like these like temples that you opened up.
Yeah, yeah.
And your horse. Like if you get too far away from your horse, it won't hear you when you whistle. So if you're in the middle of nowhere and you've ran like super far out and you left your horse somewhere or you died for some odd reason and you whistle for your horse, you'll never find it again ever.
Really.
Yep. Like I really tried with Breath of the Wild. I really tried to like the game. And growing up, I was born in 1987. Legend of Zelda came out, I believe, the first one in 1986. So my first one that I really played and had a really good time with was Link to the Past. It is like it is the game that I have the most fondest memories of. And from there, I bought in every single Zelda game. Loved the hell out of it. I even loved Skyward Sword. I thought Skyward Sword was amazing, about even though people complained about the motion controls, which I think is complete bullshit.
Oh
Just
yeah, no, it is.
when Miyamoto had the issue on stage, everyone saw that, they latched onto it, and that's all they can think of. And then it was cool to hate on Skyward Sword. Um, and I felt, to be honest with you, Skyward Sword and below was the golden age of Legend of Zelda, and I just feel like the Breath of the Wild, now they're coming out with Breath of the Wild 2, like a sequel to it. I feel like it's the wrong move for the Legend of Zelda series. I don't know how much you've played of Zelda, but
I mean, I've played a lot of the original ones. I haven't played the new one.
all right. So imagine you're like a knight, right? And you gotten this sword, it's been forged and everything like that, and you hit someone with it, and it breaks.
Yeah.
It's annoying, right? That's every 5 seconds in Breath of the Wild. Like you get a really cool weapon, but you don't want to use it because if you use it, it could break, and then you'll get to the boss and you won't have a sword anymore.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That does suck. Yeah.
Like
Eh.
and half the time you're just sort of like trying to cheese the game to get everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't know. I could not stand Breath of the Wild. Maybe it was because at the same time Yakuza 6, the Song of Life came out, and I guess I've grown in such a way that the Yakuza storyline like really interested me more than Breath of the Wild's.
Yeah,
So
and I understand. Like I did watch I didn't play it like Breath of the Wild to the point like you did, but I watched gameplay and a lot of people had a lot of complaints about it.
yeah, but everyone like I remember talking about it, and I just I said I put it on Facebook post, which I should never do this, and I said played Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Yakuza 6. I was like Yakuza 6 was awesome, and I put Breath of the Wild was meh, and the guy was like, "What are you talking about? Breath of the Wild was awesome," and I gave him all my reasons, and he was like, "Well, your opinion doesn't matter," and stuff like
Uh,
that. And I was like, "Come on, dude! Like, really?" I've been playing Zelda since before you were a twinkle in your dad's eyes. Like,
yeah.
get out of here! Like, and I get it. They're trying to update these new game franchises to reflect the newer generation. And the newer generation just wants open world, and most of the time they're just huge empty maps. Um, I'd much rather just go out, save the princess, come back. Don't worry about having to wander around, make your own story. But what do I know? I'm only a 32-year-old, so.
I don't generally don't like open worlds. Like my first really open world was Final Fantasy 15, and I told you about how I felt about that.
Yeah, like with Final Fantasy 15, there were large open worlds with nothing in them.
Yeah.
But I mean, at least they gave you a car, and like you heard some banter in between some of the characters, which I've never played 15. I've watched a let's play of it.
Yeah.
Um, but I sort of like I played Final Fantasy 7. What was your first Final Fantasy?
Um, I think it was 7, the original.
7, yeah, okay. So 7. That was one of my first two, and I was blown away by it. I was over at my buddy Mike's house, and I was like, "How far are you into this game? We're just about to break into Shinra." He's like, "Oh no, this is just the first disc. I just started playing," and my jaw dropped because I was like, "What? You you just started playing the game, and all this stuff's already happening already?" I was like, "Damn, this is awesome."
Yeah.
But and then
I'm really looking forward to the remake of 7.
the remake of 7. Um,
I
me
just hope it doesn't suck.
me too. Hashtag me too. But anyway, I am looking forward to it, but I sort of wish they would just stick with a turn-based combat system.
Yeah, I think they're like you said, new generations. They don't want that anymore.
I find turn-based combat so much more comfortable. Like it's relaxing to play a turn-based combat system.
And this is their counter argument because Kingdom Hearts is one of their biggest selling points, at least,
Hmm.
and that always never had turn based to begin with. Final Fantasy 15 had turn based, believe it or not, but it was never used. Like it's in the game, but people.
People just didn't use it. See, when I
That's
played,
what I mean. Yeah.
I always
Yeah.
turned off the time. Like I always made it wait when I was making decisions.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to feel rushed. I want to relax while playing the game.
Yeah.
So and there's so much going on. There's so many
I always turn subtitles on too.
there's so much sparkles going on. There's like all these noises and everything sort of just blends together. I watched some gameplay footage. I mean, does it look cool? Yeah, like I want an arm that's a machine gun like Barrett has. Like that'd be friggin' awesome, But I don't know how I would jerk off because I mean I use my left and I think his gun arm is on the left.
Yeah.
So
He couldn't. Like that's what I mean. Like, but like I don't know. 15 like just like Kingdom Hearts. I think it was rushed in development. They announced it when the PS3 first came out. It came out on the PS4. They fired the original. Who does Death Stranding? That guy.
Hideo Kojima? No,
He
no.
was the
Is it
um
Hideo Kojima?
he was the original Final Fantasy developer. They
No,
fired him, and then they
no.
completely changed it.
Who was the original Final Fantasy guy? It wasn't Hideo Kojima.
Let me look. It might be the Kingdom Hearts guy. Let me
But
look.
yeah, keep going.
They originally they had a whole different development team. After all this development, after 4 came out, they fired whoever it was who was doing 15, and they completely changed 15.
Maybe that's why there was a bunch of like storyline missing that they had to release a movie
They should have
for.
just kept it, and they
Um,
should have kept them.
maybe they should have cut out the whole open world.
I think that would have done better.
Yeah, and just went back to your traditional like world maps.
Yeah, and then you just you teleport or you load into
Yeah.
it.
Like let's look at Dragon Quest 11. Let's look at Dragon Quest. I mean Final Fantasy 15. In my eyes, Dragon Quest 11 was the better game between the two
Oh yeah,
because Dragon Quest they took out the big open world map, but they kept like a sort of linear open world esque where you didn't really have to look that hard to find everything, but for the most part they kept the game traditional. If it's
yeah,
not
definitely.
if it's not broken, don't fix it.
I don't blame them for that. Oh, his name is Tetsuo Norama
No,
or whatever his name is.
Norama. For some reason, I'm gonna call him Pretzel because when I see Tetsuo, I don't know why I think of those really the crunchy pretzels.
Yeah, well, he's the Kingdom Hearts 3 developer, which is funny. He put 15, part of 15 in Kingdom Hearts 3, the original 15.
You were telling me that. What was that?
It's a cutscene, like the at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3, which is funny. It's a lot of lore. Yeah, it's a
Spoilers.
lot. I mean, it's been done for months, but they go to what's it called? I forget its name. The city, Shibuya in Japan.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, in Shibuya,
Shibuya.
that's where the original Final Fantasy Tower is. 15.
Okay.
It's just like back in like the 1800s. But he's actually sitting. The main character of 15 is sitting on top of the tower in Kingdom Hearts 3.
They're
And
yeah.
it's
They're probably gonna
so
interest them in what Kingdom Hearts 4 20 years from now.
yeah, probably.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
It's the original design, like the ones they all cut out and everything, all the dark. Because 15 like was called Versus 13. Because before 13 became a MMO, that was going to be Kingdom Hearts 15.
well,
So
I really liked. I saw some footage from what I guess Final Fantasy, 15 was supposed to be. It
that's
was,
what I'm talking about.
yeah, dude.
Yeah, that.
It was awesome.
Well, they put it in Kingdom Hearts 3. Well, at least a little bit of it.
Yeah, I couldn't get into Kingdom Hearts. Like I know it's blasphemy, but
I'm not, but see, I'm not judgmental like that.
yeah.
That's your opinion. Like most anime people would cut your like for saying that.
Well,
But
come at me, bruh. I
nah.
like, and you know what? You want to hear something even more that'll have people want to cut my throat? I like Metroid Other M. Come at me, bro.
I actually like that too.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Once one bad review came out for that, it was automatically popular to not like it.
Yeah,
And
and that's like Black Clover when it came out. Like I was just telling you.
yeah, what were people hating on that?
Yeah, because the main character looked like Naruto and his brother kind of looked like Sasuke, and they were like, "Oh, this is just a copy," but it wasn't.
You can say that about almost every anime.
Exactly. I was like,
Like any anime, I guarantee you, there's gonna be at least 3 or 4 characters that look like just like other 3 or 4 characters from another anime.
these
Like,
are people that probably only watch like 2 animes their whole life, though,
yeah, like what Dragon Ball Z
and Death Note maybe,
yeah, and Dragon Ball Z Super, you know,
or Attack on Titan or something. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Well,
They always say that.
nothing wrong. I have nothing against anybody from Dragon Ball Z. It's the first anime I really grew up with. Besides,
So did I.
my first one was Vampire Hunter D. That was when I was maybe like 6 or 7. My dad was like, "Oh, you want to see a giant get cut in half? Here, watch Vampire Hunter D." And I was like, "Yeah, it was good, man."
Awesome.
But
Sound like a cool dad.
yeah, my dad was into. He was into a little bit everything. He got me into like the Chinese martial arts films, which I still love, and he introduced me to anime. He wasn't that big into anime, but if it was gory, he definitely
You'd
showed it
watch.
to me, like Guyver, the original ones, the movies and the anime.
He
Vampire
probably
Hunter
would have
D.
loved JoJo.
Yeah, he probably would have enjoyed JoJo because it was just JoJo's so smart. But we already talked about JoJo. We can't talk about JoJo more until the new episode comes out.
I
Which
hope it's soon. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, that's when I'm freaking dying, like I'm chomping at the friggin' bit. But
At least we got Doctor Stone.
yeah, Doctor Stone, which I'll be able to watch. I am going to get the subscription so I can watch the new episode because I'm tired of it. I want to watch these Doctor Stones. But what was I saying?
Your dad.
Well, yeah, but I was talking about Metro Other M, and
Into all the Chinese.
yeah, like, I was getting all got into all these like Chinese martial arts films, and then he got me into all these animes and like all these films I shouldn't have been watching at like six
As a
or seven,
kid.
yeah, as a kid, and because of him, I always watch. I don't know if you're a dubbed or subbed man.
Subbed.
Yeah, sub for life.
Yeah, me too.
The
I'm
only
sorry if anybody doesn't agree with that here, but
now, one thing is, I'm not sorry. There is a few animes that I can watch dubbed.
that's how I am. That I grew up on as kids. Like I can watch Death Note dubbed. I
Yeah.
can watch Yu Yu Hakusho. I don't know if you ever seen that.
No, I know it's about like he fights spirits and stuff like that. But
I can watch that. Death Note, Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball Z, I can definitely watch. I have to watch it dubbed because Goku's voice.
That actually gets better in Super. He doesn't sound like a woman anymore. Yeah, he sounds like Chi-Chi,
Is
like
is
talking.
is Luffy from One Piece? Is that voiced by the same person?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think it's Naruto. That's voiced by the same person.
Okay, because Luffy, Monkey D. Luffy sounds just like him.
Luffy. Yeah.
And then or Luffy. Sorry, I started watching a little bit of One
It's
Piece
alright.
this morning.
It's all good.
I can watch Dragon Ball Z, and because I love Vegeta's voice too. Kakarot.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Which is funny. The guy from Black Clover, the one that says I always want to take a dump, he actually is voiced by Vegeta.
that's why Vegeta's always so mad. Because like he's when he's powering up, he's actually trying to push one out. He just can't. But and Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
Cowboy Bebop, it has one of the best dubs.
Oh yeah, no, I've watched that too.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
You have to.
I've tried to show that to like my wife and everything like that, but she wasn't able to get into it. Sadly, like I love that show, but she wasn't down. Plus, you can't get it in letterbox or widescreen. You can only get it in. Yeah, it kind of sucks because I bought the.
They don't have like an HD, like Blu-ray,
They
widescreen.
They do have it in HD. However, I think it's in stereo.
Uh,
And like I have gold-plated HDMI cables to get the sound just right, and you can only listen to like stereo or something like that. Oh my god,
it
it
sucks. That's right.
pisses me off.
Yeah, I think everything should have like a remastered widescreen, no matter
Well,
what.
sadly, I think it's an issue with like how it was originally done.
Yeah, it could have been like the filming could have been messed up.
Yeah, or the maybe the soundtracks they couldn't remove, whatever.
Yeah,
you know,
because I know they just came out with a Dragon Ball widescreen.
did they?
Yeah, a couple months ago. My brother bought it.
Well, like Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z?
All of it.
Okay.
Like Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and I don't think Super came out yet. They're working.
Well, because Super, I mean, that's still on 200 episodes already. Like,
Oh, it's done in Japan though.
is it done? Is it
Yeah.
done?
It's
Oh,
not
okay.
coming back. They have like a mini series, Dragon Ball Fighter or Fighter Z. I don't know. It's like the video game, but it's like that arcade game back. They made a mini. I'm not watching it though. It's like a 12-minute episode.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know. Like, the one scene that I really liked in Super, and I just sort of stopped watching it, is when I think Bulma or something's having her birthday or something, and Boris comes on, and like he slaps, Boris slaps Bulma, and oh man, Just
Vegeta, that whole scene with Vegeta.
did you slap my Bulma? Like he was like, yes, like this is awesome. Like, oh shit, he
And
just
he tried to mess up. He lost, but
yeah, he went out with a bang.
I actually seen that in the theaters the 2 days that it came to America.
But I feel so bad for Vegeta because Vegeta tries his entire life to get that strong.
And he can't.
And he just friggin' can't. And he's like the king of Saiyans, like the son.
I think that's the funniest thing because every time he says he's something king of the Saiyans, he gets beat up really bad.
Well, do you know who has it the worst in Dragon Ball Z?
Who?
Piccolo.
He got so undershadowed.
Every time a new villain rolls up on planet Earth,
He gets smacked.
yeah, he's the first one to meet him. He's like the red shirt, and then like they bring him back because they feel so fucking bad for him. Like,
Well, even after the Android saga in Dragon Ball Z, they really he's not useful anymore after that.
well, half the cast isn't useful when you got someone like Goku, like he's like Super Saiyan God 3000. Like he changes his hair more than in an 80s music video. Like
I know, yeah. And that's the thing. Even in Super Dragon, they were like, yeah, Piccolo can't fight anymore. He's old.
yeah, like Yamcha joke. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, they make a joke about him in Super all the time. They're like, you want to invite Yamcha? And they're like, no.
like Krillin. Like what the fuck is he gonna do?
Yeah, I know, right?
The only thing he's gonna do is the
He's
android.
a cop too. He's such a.
Yeah, he just does the android all the time. Like he literally is that guy that that has a sex doll at his house.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what Krillin is like, and he has hair now. I never thought I'd see Krillin with hair. As he got older, he got hair.
And it's supposed to be the opposite.
Yeah, I wonder if that's a wig.
I think that's a wig.
Do you
No,
think
he
it's a
used to
wig?
say he shaved his head back when
Well,
he was.
Because he was a monk, right? He was what, like a
But
Shaolin
he
monk?
might have went bald.
Well, I mean, when you have to deal with freaking Goku all the time, headbutting everything,
You know how many times he died?
yeah, like of course he probably pulled his hair out. Actually, did Krillin ever die?
Frieza killed him.
Did he? And then they brought him back with the balls.
Yeah, Frieza combusted him. And that's what made Goku turn to Super Saiyan.
I have to say this for the record. Japanese have the worst naming conventions for animes. Dragon Balls. Dragon Balls. Come on. Everyone's like, we sound like a 2-year-old now, but like,
Dragon
Balls.
Balls.
Dragon my balls.
You know what that makes me? That makes me laugh because I think of the Sailor Moon. Ever see those? I've never watched Sailor Moon, but
Oh, sure you haven't, John. John's like, I've never seen Sailor
no,
Moon.
I had.
And
I
right
had,
now, he's
I
got
had an, I had an ex-girlfriend that made me watch one episode of.
Sure,
But
John.
she told me something about no. I have a funny story. I was just me and my friends were messing bowling, and we were just saying stuff so we'd miss the bowling pins.
Okay.
And he was like, just imagine your bowling pin as one of the Sailor Moon balls, and I just dropped it. I was like, stop.
But I mean, how can you say that about your favorite sailor, whose poster's right behind you, Sailor Neptune? Come on.
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, yeah, okay. You don't even know what they. Screw you, all right? And screw you.
I don't believe it or not. I can't. I've never really watched it. I've watched one episode of the original. I don't know about any of the newer stuff if they even make Sailor Moon.
They did do a Sailor Moon like X or something like that. And it was like the adult version of Sailor Moon at one point. And of course, it had all the fan service. I believe when they transformed, you saw all of the 13-year-old girl body parts,
Of course, people love that.
Yeah, they love it, It's just, I don't know. It's
not my thing.
I know it is your thing. You just don't want to admit it. I love Sailor Moon, all right? Why are you talking bad on my sailors?
See, I'm glad I'm just chilling, but yeah, no, I've only ever seen the one episode with girlfriend. She was she wasn't a big anime fan, but she loved Sailor Moon.
I think most girls were kind of into it because it was really the only the only superhero girl anime really in the 1990s besides there was a video game I believe called Valis on the TurboGrafx that had a Sailor Moon-ish female protagonist.
Yeah.
But I mean, that wasn't an anime. So when Sailor Moon came out, it was like the cool thing, And at the same time, what Pokemon was on?
Yeah, and girls love that.
Yeah, gotta catch 'em all.
Like I said, I was more of a Yu-Gi-Oh fan, but I
Yeah.
hated Ash as the protagonist. He's so weak.
Right now, like, there's some dude like he's gotta be listening to this. He's like, you guys are both scrubs. Monster Rancher for life. Digimon, man.
I remember Beyblade, the original Beyblade.
Is that the one
The
where
theme song. Yeah, where they used to like the tops.
Okay,
You know,
yeah,
black-
yeah. What are you about to say about the theme song?
The theme song was catchy.
Well, Bill, let's see let's see this. We gotta take this
The original Beyblade.
original Beyblade theme song. We have
There's like
to
7
see
of them.
Beyblade theme song. Here we go. Someone's looked this up before. Original Beyblade theme song. Let's Beyblade.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this.
It's just.
Yo! Holy crap! I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. Oh, I just turned off the volume. Yo, this is actually kind of rocking right now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah,
Told you.
This is actually kind of rocking. This.
For like I was like 9 or 10 when this came out.
It's very 1990s. It sort of reminds me of the one band Time, Slime, all the small things.
Oh, Simple Plan.
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of, sort of. Is this it? Is this the theme song?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, because this is like, what? Like, they still sell these things though.
I know. I seen one in the a couple of weeks ago in the store. I was like, wow, they're still around. I think they're still making series about it. I don't know.
My niece has one, but you know what I was watching the other day with my daughter, Power Rangers. The
Which
new
one? What
Beast Morphers or something.
I don't know.
It's a new one. It is
Terrible?
It's bad. It's vomit inducing. I dare you to watch.
What is it called?
Like Beast Morphers. It's on Nickelodeon, I think. It's so bad. Like there's only 3 Power Rangers in it too.
What? There's usually like 6 or 7.
Nah, man, not in this. They were like, fuck them. Like,
apparently there's 3 seasons.
Yeah, it's really bad. Like, I think
I'm
I was
just
watching...
opening up the theme song real quick.
Oh, you're opening up the theme song for what? The Beast Morphers?
Yeah, I just want to say it.
Yeah, Power Rangers. I didn't actually hear this. Power Rangers, Beast Morphers. Here we go.
Yeah, there's only 3 of them. Yeah.
Theme song. I actually never. We can listen to one 1 hour of it if you want. Oh,
I'm good. No.
Yeah, if you want, like, we can,
I'm not gonna lie, Power Rangers definitely got that high quality.
Oh yeah, high quality. It looks like one of the old episode 1 or 2's like Star Wars episode 1 or 2's like beginnings.
Check
Like
out our new title sequence and amazing
new title sequence.
Beast power.
Let's check this out.
I'm not gonna lie, the Red Ranger looks sick.
Yeah! I gotta put this up on the screen.
Actually, no, the villain looks sick in this.
You're getting excited about this. You getting a little hard there?
Nah, I used to be a big Power Ranger fan as a kid. I watched up to, I think, Power Rangers in Space.
You do know that Super Sentai, the series that it was based off of, had nothing to do with had nothing to do with how the American one was, right? The teenagers weren't in it.
Yeah, no, I watched a video on it.
Okay, all right, because like I've never seen Super Sentai. It sort of sounds like Super Hentai.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I might check it out. Same thing with Kamen Rider. Or Kamen Rider. I want to check that out.
Kamen Rider.
Yeah, because they even make fun of him in One Punch.
Yeah, no, yeah, that that guy's name?
The
Or whatever.
human rider or something like that. He's just so lame. Like he goes against like the fish man in season 2, which I have not. Sorry, season 1. I have not seen season 2 yet. Which I don't know. I'm a little standoffish. I'm a little scared for the series. I heard it was all right. Yeah, but you said
It's
it got
okay.
better. Okay.
It got way better.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. We got 3 people watching, and we're
Really?
just about to end the stream.
Really?
Woo! Yay!
Hey, it's something though.
Yeah, it's something, right? Yay! It'll be archived. Archived. Yeah, it'll be archived, guys. Archived on my site. So check it out. You know where I am. But anyway, I think we should end the stream. We've been talking for a good 2 solid hours now.
I know if time passes by, you don't even realize it.
Yeah. We bounced around quite a bit tonight, but
That's okay.
Yeah. Thank you guys for joining us when you do watch it live, or if you did watch it live, and thank you for joining me when you watch it on my site. Right now, I'm still playing Dead of the Brain, which I will have another video out this coming week, and I'm playing Police Nuts. Police Nuts, not Police Nuts. And I usually do those back to back, so make sure you check that out. Thank you for joining us. My name is Mr. Anderson, and
My name is Xinksly.
you better not say Mr. I kept on calling you Mr. Xinksly too. Jeez, show some respect. And once again, thank you for watching, and you make sure you have a good night. Good night.